Now here, all four candidates still in the running to be the next Conservative leader have been addressing delegates at the party conference in Birmingham. One by one, Robert Jenrick, Kemi Badenoch, Tom Tugendhat and James Cleverly all took to the stage to put forward their pitch for power. Let's listen to a little bit of what they had to say.
I know what leadership demands. When everything else has been cut away and there's nothing left, character is what remains. In Afghanistan and in Iraq, I served in combat alongside the best, and I've seen friends push themselves beyond their limits, and some made the ultimate sacrifice. But when it was hard, when it was tough, we kept going, even after we were knocked down and thought it was over. I know what drove them, and I know what drove me. It's leadership.
Talk is easy. Doing is hard. And we need a leader who can deliver from day one. Someone who has already done the tough apprenticeship that you need to be the leader of the Conservative Party and our next Prime Minister. Let's be enthusiastic, relatable, positive, optimistic. Let's be more normal.
Who is Sir Keir Starmer in politics for? Well, the last 3 months have shown us who. Convicted criminals walking free, illegal migrants given an amnesty, well-paid train drivers given yet more money. All the while, the hard-working silent majority waiting for huge tax rises, the nation's wealth creators fleeing en masse, and millions of pensioners betrayed.
I am a veteran of 4 government departments and a former cabinet minister. I have seen the system from the inside. Ladies and gentlemen, the system is broken. For too long, politicians have told the public what they wanted to hear and then done their own thing. Well, I say enough. We have let young Conservatives down. We need to defend them, champion them, and give them a party they can be proud of.
Our political correspondent Gurpreet Narwan. And Gurpreet, who got the warmest reception, do you think?
Well, James Cleverly certainly made an impression on those in the audience. He's not a front runner in this race yet, but it's very much still wide open. All 4 candidates there were jostling for position. They had 20 minutes each to impress the membership, to impress the audience. Of course, it's a bit of a bizarre event, this, because they're kind of pitching to the membership, but also to the parliamentary party, to MPs, as well, in some way, to the public. And all of them trying to replicate, I guess, that famous 2005 speech from David Cameron, in which he leapfrogged the favourite, David Davis, to take the leadership, and just an example of how anything can change at these conference events, at these conference speeches. First up, we had Tom Tugendhat. He's very much the centre-right candidate. He made quite a traditional speech with, attacks on Labour, but also playing to kind of traditional Tory ground, talking about defence, security, the economy, on reducing tax and on deregulation. I think the question is, will he have done enough to move himself up from his current position? He's very much seen as the outsider, the favourite to go in the next round of voting. And you could argue that he hasn't quite done enough to change that. But after him came James Cleverly, very much pitching himself as the unity candidate. As I said, he got a big round of applause in the hall. He used quite a lot of humour to appeal to the audience. As Sam Coates said earlier on the programme, he was trying to make people feel good about themselves, to make them feel good about being Conservatives. And he talked a lot about his own personal experiences, about his wife's experience with the NHS. There was a line in there which really stood out: let's be more normal. Again, as I said, appealing to kind of the feel-good factor when it comes to being a Conservative. It got a big round of applause after that. He could see himself in the final two, potentially up against Robert Jenrick if Tom Tugendhat goes next in the round of voting. And then we did have Robert Jenrick, very much the front runner. He made a very clear appeal to the right of the party, saying he wanted to leave the ECHR. Attacked sort of the net zero agenda, pledged to reduce immigration. He was followed then by Kemi Badenoch, who talked about the grip that the left has on the bureaucracy and the state, and her kind of promise to change that.
Gurpreet, thanks very much.